when I was in kindergarten, and there was this game that we used to play called Thorn Rosa. And the game involved all the little kids singing this song. The main thing about Thorn Rosa was Thorn Rosa was pretty. Thorn Rosa was a pretty child, pretty child, pretty child. So every time we began to play this little, game, I would always want to be Thorn Rosa. My hand would go up immediately, like, can I be Thorn Rosa? And I got to be the Wicked Witch. I got to be the horse. I got to be the pig, the cow, pretty much everything but Thorn Rosa. And so what I thought was, if I do a really good job at all of these other roles, if I neigh really loud, and if I crawled around, if I was a really evil wicked witch, that eventually the teacher would say, well, she's really a good sport. She's really a good actor. She'll get a chance to be Thorn Rosa. So this goes on until like the last week of school, and I start to realize that the days are numbered. So every day I'm like tugging at my teacher's dress, like, please, Mrs. V, when can I be Thorn Rose? And she would say, later, later. We get to the last day and I'm like really panicked, like what's gonna happen if I don't get a chance to be Thorn Rose and my life is over? And we finally get to like 2:45, the day's almost over, and the teacher finally says, okay, we're gonna do Thorn Rosa. Everybody gather around. So all the kids gather around, we all grab hands, they start singing, and in comes the queen, and the king, and the queen, and the prince. And then there's this moment where it's my entrance. Thorn Rosa is a pretty child. And as I stepped into the circle, the bell rang. And I thought I was gonna lose my mind, because it was like, I wait all year for the chance to be the princess, and the moment I'm making my entrance, the bell rings. So tears start to come out, and my teacher feels really badly about it. So she says, okay, we're gonna do it on the front yard. We go out, they start the song again. Just before I come in, all of the parents come, and they start calling their kids. It's summertime. And so I started just sobbing. And all I could say was, Thorn Rosa, Thorn Rosa. And my brother was there. He ran over. He was like, who is Thorn Rosa? Who are her people? Where do they live? What did they do to you? And I just couldn't, I had no words. There was something that had cracked. Some hope that I had, that I kind of realized maybe that's not you, but I couldn't believe that it couldn't be me. I kind of knew. I was a kindergartner, but I wasn't a stupid kid. I knew that there was no Thorn Rosa for me. And that was sort of a moment where the fantasy of what I could be and how I would be seen by the world as a little Black girl just wasn't in the cards for me. And it was because of all the little hints that I got. My hair was too nappy and my skin was too dark, and I didn't have green eyes. I was a Black girl. I was not Cinderella. And that moment of recognition stuck with me, both in white spaces, but also it was a constant awareness of the way that racism would play out in my life was probably different from the way racism would play out in my brother's life, and in our community, and in the way we think and talk about anti-racism. And just time after time, when something else happened, it built on that platform, that understanding that happened when I was 6.